It's week 4 of the NFL, and we'll see the Buccaneers rocket arm quarterback. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Buccaneers and the Eagles, next on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation. So, the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy, let the offense unfold. Trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week.
And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And the reception for Chris Godwin. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he will score. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Right away, they'll set up. No chance at all. He'll go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
He'll drop to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3-and-out.
And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete. Defense. But no doubt there was contact there. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. This is White. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 14-yard line.
They'll go again with White. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play. brings up third.
They'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. He is in. Robert Woods. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He finds his tight end, Keith. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. Taking off.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was looking for Rashad White out of the backfield. And it'll be 2nd down. They send Godwin in motion.
Go!
Back to the air once more. Up under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. The motion man here is Woods. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Here comes Otten in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever.
Here we go, here we go.
Here comes Otten in motion. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. Going up top for Evans. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw and brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Let's go. Check go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Quan Alexander. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
Ready, set. Ready.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to White. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second,
Here we go.
as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. This one uncorked, looking for Woods. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Go.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's